Holy smokes, I'm not. Now I'm ready. Hi. Hello, how are you? Welcome back. My most ethical light and love crew. Even though I was feeling pretty gross this morning and got all washed up and whatever, I am getting back to the same condition just sitting in my car. But it's okay. It's okay. This is how we live life sometimes. And I wanted to say just a little quick update. Give me a second here, okay? Because I like a little bit of privacy. Yeah. So, I dropped some. Good old times, good old times. You know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So, okay, it's hot. We've already established that. I know, and it's okay. Because my crew will always be my crew. At this point, I feel like it, you know? Give me a second. I want to make sure I'm not talking out of my ass here, so give me a second. Okay, so what fell in there? 7 of Wands, 4 of Cups, Justice, and Temperance. You know, this is a very good depiction of what's going on right now. Like, I just got an update. Oh, hi, hello. I see one hi, hello there. But I just got I followed up on something that I was submitted for with a new agent, and it just kind of revived out of nowhere, and I was like, okay, this must be my lucky moment where, you know, doors start to open. And it's no lie that, you know, doors do open. However, when I just decided to like go along with it. You know, it's office work, it's cool, it's fine, I have the background for it, and one door will lead to another. And, you know, before I romanticized about it, I was genuinely, you know, pleased and happy with getting back to a decent rate and the possibility of that. And so that served its job, whatever, okay? But I followed up on it today because it was sometime last week. And they said, based on my resume and like all of the testing that I, you know, all of the things, all of the check boxes that I made through, like, dude, they declined me because, and I'm not complaining about it. I'm laying out the facts here on the table, on the magician's table. And they said that I skipped jobs too much in the past 4 years. And it's like, I was graceful about it, and I thanked them for their feedback, you know, through my rep. And I said, well, you know, hopefully the next employer will see that it wasn't truly a matter of choice, but rather, how do I say it? That was the end part of it. It was just short but sweet. But I told her that hopefully the next employer will see that I took on contract and temporary jobs to stay relevant in a variety of industries. Whatever opened, you know, whatever door that opened as a possibility. And that it wasn't truly a matter of simply just choice. So, you know, I left it at that, and, you know, thanked her, and you know, to keep me in mind and all of that. So give me a second, because it's getting sticky here. Give me a second. So let's go ahead and start the reading. And I've got to say that I feel good about it because I did the responsible thing, and I did follow up, and I did all of what was required. And the old me could say, like, that's a load of bullshit, you know? But it's okay. It's okay. I have to check my boxes too. And it didn't get me down. I was just like, okay, well, people are going to give their reasons for whatever it is to rationalize. Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second. Oopsie. Oopsie. So people are going to rationalize. Holy smokes. I just dripped inside. What the heck? There's popos right next to me, so I have to be a little more private. Yeah, I mean, there's not much more to say about that part. Just moving on to the next. And I suppose this is the most humble form of rejection that I'm supposed to experience, because I don't know how resilient I am in experiencing rejection within this realm. Like, I don't believe I've really put myself out there, like, invested in, put up a pop-up at, like, some place, like at a psychic event or whatever. And thank God I didn't waste my money on that. Like, seriously, I've been to one of those. And it's a good thing I'm doing my homework in the meantime. So, I decided I was going to move on in my well-roundedness, my health and wellness checkboxes, my list of the many other things that I could do. And as soon as I got out of bed, as soon as I just shook things off like a cat that just got hit out of nowhere, just shaking your head like, what just happened? I was sedated this whole time. I was sitting here like there was nothing else that needed to be done. And as soon as I got up, holy smokes, I was putting myself on task. So it's oh my goodness, okay. Didn't fall down on the slot, but takeaways. Okay. So there's a lot to be said over here. Okay, Spirit wants me to read this because Spirit's in this batch right here. And then right next to me, oh, that's so sweet. Holy smokes. On the other side, right next to my lap, was King of Cups. You know who that is? I don't know any other name that would go by this energy right now, anyway, to my current consciousness. But it's Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. And right behind it, Page of Cups and the World card. So, standing back from far away, not too far away, Jesus Christ is chaperoning this event, this life event of mine, to close out cycles and just making sure that I'm on top of things, for sure, with every bit of cup that I have. And it's like, when you have a pet and you have to keep up with its dishes, you can't just constantly fill it without cleaning it, because it gets all slimy and nasty and gross. So it's just basically with every cup that I have, a renewal every time I approach things. So it's like baptismal, let me tell you, within these rituals of finding closure. And it's really, really good practice, like homework practice for when I have to close out a big cycle, basically like a deposition, right? Holy smokes, now that they're gone, I've got to do this. You see, there's, yeah. Now you see it. Okay. I guess, I don't really mind what police officers have to say, but I just haven't had the best instances with them. And especially within my locality and all the stuff that's happening, I have to BFF them. Not super BFF them, but dude, seriously, I think that one experience with my ex really traumatized me. Dude, what? Yeah. I'm not talking about it, okay? We're gonna go ahead with, here, the part with Spirit in it, okay? The Emperor. So it's like making a deal with the All Access Pass here. It's like to home base, and feeling things out, basically following Jesus' lead. being in hangman mode. Like, I have to look at things very objectively. I know I've said it like 10,000 times. I know. It's a reoccurring pattern. And it's, you know, I mean, you wouldn't be here if you didn't understand what it's like to be able to create something, like, how do I say, navigate through something more tangibly by standing apart from it, like working at a distance. So it's much like distance learning rather than, let's say, telecommuting, because I feel like there's a lot more. Give me a second. I feel too exposed here. Give me a second. Where did I put you? Do. I don't even know. What the heck? Holy smokes. Oh, that's where I put you. Do. Okay, let's bring it back up. Bring it back up. Alright. Here again. Okay. So, I feel like you can accomplish more, through, I don't know, I mean, to each their own. Like, for me, I feel like, I don't know, I'm a Gemini, so I can go both ways, but I feel like a lot more can be accomplished through distance learning than telecommuting. If you're going to compare the atmospheres, I feel like I get more done at work when I'm actually there, physically there, only because I read all other cues that are available to me. I read other dynamics in order to navigate ease, yeah, with more ease and flow. And you establish relationships. Not I people do it in many ways, obviously, but I just, I feel like I could get more accomplished at work when I'm there. Not to say that I'm ineffective otherwise, but you know, with distance learning, I feel like it's basically homework at your own pace, with, you know, the fire lit underneath you. Whatever that means, you know. I'm thinking of college, and it's some topics can be very very much like that. So anyway, moving back to here, okay, Queen of Cups in reverse. Yeah, it's being able to deep dive, basically, and I've never done, like, you know, a deep dive like scuba diving. So I would imagine that there's training for that, and people know that there's a relationship with regards to the context of this. So I'm not going to BS on that. I'm just, this heat is really getting to me. Give me a second. Okay, I have to give up one thing or the other, or give in to the distractions. I have to. So, power off. I guess I'll allow people to listen to me. In real life, yes. Okay, so anyway, right behind it, I think this is a foreboding, a segue into my next, like, big decision, because the card after the Queen of Swords is the Strength card. It's not strength building, it's just showing what you're made of. At this point, it's basically the final exam, the comprehensive. And right behind that, the Tower moment. So that's some very, very, very big things that are about to happen. And right behind that, the Three of Pentacles. It's like hanging this huge pentacle up on the wall, basically, you know? And it's dead center. It's, at first glance, it looked like, you know, the eye of, yeah, a hunter eyepiece thing. Anyway, this is a work atmosphere. Okay, and the High Priestess carries a lot of the Queen of Cups vibes too, except I would say more masculinized, in, how do I say it? Because she's like the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords together. That's what I feel like. That's what I feel like. So it's just reiterating that stance. Okay. Yeah, the beep was definite. Because right behind it, it's like getting over a lot of not just deceit, but a lot of disappointments. Yeah, I hear a ringing in my left ear. It was high pitched and fleeting, but so much so that it's so much so that the news from the follow up just kind of like it hit me, and then it like kind of fell. It just fell down. Like there's no bruising. It's all good. I've been through this many times, so just revisiting this reminded me of working with other agents and how disappointing it was before. Like, it was just earlier this year. Like, come on. So the trial and error, it's just showing me, like, this is an awakening in itself, that I've not just grown, but it doesn't hurt me anymore, you know? So that's good. It's telling me that I'm better off. So everything has its purpose. So the Emperor is right in reversal, right beside me, and just like it's kind of you got like, I'm on the front line, but Spirit's got my back, you know, and to make sure that there's no other swords coming through. That's sweet. And that even that I'm going to be the best representation of the Queen of Swords, so I'm not gonna kill myself off either, and, you know, like, do myself harm unintentionally, intentionally, whatever. So it's very focused energy. We have I didn't see this here. Okay, Knight of Swords in reverse, Two of Cups in reverse, and Ace of Cups in reverse. So this is very focused energy as far as investments on where my not just my mental state goes, but it's not as passive within that energy, not where my mental state goes, but where I am present in my thoughts. That's the way they want me to say it. I almost felt like a needle in my right ear. That was weird. Okay. So that's the first time I felt that, but yeah, I do have underground relationships that do celebrate me. So while I'm celebrating, like, on my own solo, I know that I have this pairing almost like in spirit, entity, etheric form, and that's probably why I can recover so quickly. Because we've talked about before how we affect each other, our soul families, our soul ties within this new trajectory for a while now. We have to be cognizant of our feelings, of our, like, how we present ourselves, even within, like, our most private moments with the doors closed. So, because it's like energetic chords that where we can feel each other's highs and lows and thus amplify them. So this is repetition from what I'm seeing within common themes, current common themes. And so there's no mistake about that, how it kind of just laid itself out there. So one like kind of fell in the crevice here where I had to like dig it up. Which one was that? Yeah, yep. Very much digging into my feelings. And then this spirit's like little like lookbook here, right on top of it, after laid out on the driver's seat. And then, you know, Jesus Christ right beside me, helping me close out cycles. Like, this is a very like just a finishing piece right now. And it's not to say my origin story is over, but there are many chapters that have closed. Like, I have like tens of thousands of pictures from my previous lives. Oh my gosh. So Queen of Wands. Okay, so this is the third queen that we've seen. 3/4 of our way to, you know, Empress. So we're feeling a lot more whole again. And there's a lot more to discover, especially about our own magic, especially digging deep like what we first started with. And it's a lot of revisitation. I'm hearing visitation rights, but revisitation rights to our soul, to our inner child, to how we play privately, and whether nicely or not nicely with others, and see how that all relates, just comparing the notes, you know, on this like trifold. And yeah, so the tens of thousands of pictures, I'm like, what do I do with this? What would anyone else do with it? So many others would just trash it. You know, they wouldn't even take into consideration like the privacy and like shred it, put it through a shredder or whatever. They would just trash it, or throw it up in the attic for, you know, until somebody else has to deal with it. So it's, I don't know quite what to do yet with those. I'd like to reserve them for my kids to remember times of, you know, that there were good takeaways, things that you can't quite talk about while transiting away from. So there's that. What's behind the Queen of Wands? Nine of Pentacles. So what's behind that? Five of Pentacles in reverse and Nine of Swords in reverse. Yeah, this is not sweating it anymore. Like, I've been able to resource with what I have available. So it doesn't bother me as much when, let's say, I'm taking care of customers or whatever, or if I'm filming and my nails are ratty. It doesn't bother me because I know I can do way better, but at the same time, I don't have to like act above my situation. Like, it's still a magician's table wherever I'm at. And yeah, that's basically what they're saying there. So it's independent thought form, independent mindset, that your place, your situation doesn't define you. It just kind of helps elaborate the context of us. So top of the deck is Ace of Wands, about drawing the line again. Holy smokes, we've seen this for the third time. Different deck. Interesting. So it's not the essence of just drawing the line as we've seen before, but this is highlighted here now. So it's in so the energy is not just in the line, but like, it's not a past tense thing. Like, it's not something that we just leave behind. It's the activities that are engaged in that link up to the first line that's drawn, the second line that's drawn, you know. Instead of like drawing straws, like that was the last straw. No, we're not going to get to that point, that boiling point anymore. We're very much tempered within our wand energy. And anyway, I feel like that's that's it for today. I'm gonna grab one more takeaway for me and then one for you. Oh, I guess that's me. What? Oh my gosh, this is aggro sun energy. That's insane. Who?
It ended on something that sounded like me mimicking an owl. I was just gonna say who else would have ever gotten this type of a pairing? Like that's insane. The devil and the sun card, talk about hot. Watching. But that was domination. Okay, but where's the other stuff? Give me a second. Okay. There we go. Okay. So there's that. Alright. Let me see. So, that's my takeaway is that this is like, that's a hot commodity. This, um, this is the prime time to get things absolutely going, you guys. It's as much as that can possibly be done without, like, stressing me out. In fact, it's supposed to work inversely. And, the takeaway for you is going to be, what? This thing? Okay. Two of Wands. Okay, it's about showing up. And also minding your consumption, that you can multitask and still, that with whatever you're consuming, that, it doesn't.
It's not 100% about minding your consumption, but the effect it has on your ability to also keep the game going. Like the ball's in your court. Don't forget it. But don't like have a death grip on it, because do you see it's almost like a bubble. And that's 100% correct about that. Some of you guys also might be a drummer, or like maybe not 100% into the profession, but some of you are professional drummers. Um, you see, it's like how they twirl the sticks or whatever. So it's playing on the ability to be ambidextrous, but like single-handedly almost. So very adept. Okay, so it's just reiterating that to whatever degree you are at, you consider yourself at. Like some who are highly adept, like they don't even phase it. Like, oh, I knew this like yesterday or the day. Like it's something that's like backhanded knowledge, but not to undermine your talents is what this is saying here. Okay. And then, as a, what am I going to say? There's something else here. I feel like, because we had 2 cards for me, I feel like I should get 2 cards for you. So the clarifier for you is, okay, now you're going to get 2 cards, okay. Is 9 of Wands in reverse and 8 of Wands in reverse. So there's nothing more to say about that. Even when, let's say, they deduct 1 gig from you, is what I'm hearing. Because, dude, we got all Wands here. Like, what? So some of you might be like on tour or something like that. Because it's moving from 9 down to 8. Like, it's not having to be so defensive and not having to like always show up to everything. Like you can drop 1. So, whether a certain gig was taken away or whether you have the option to decline 1, they're saying just go with that. That you don't need to provide an excuse to that to the rationale of that. But of course, like if you have a huge following, to of course show your appreciation to your the people that look up to you, basically, that celebrate you and the things that you produce. So, but like you don't really need to give an elaborate. I mean, I think people who are, um, I think okay, so people who are in that um, profession, out in the limelight, already understand the etiquette behind it. But things are constantly changing, and this world is always asking more from you, including what's going on in your personal life. And, they're basically saying stick to your guns, stick to what you're good at, which is like representing in the way that you usually do. So, mm, yeah, I think that's all that they're saying about that. Huh. Yeah, and if you want to be like a teacher in showing up like completely, like the right way in its most minimalistic view of your like core values, Two of Wands, is not to have to over explain, but you can reach your people just the same by acknowledging that you're also a person too, and that you need rest or etc. But the details, um, what is it? What do they say? The devil's in the details. Um, so to explore that avenue is just extra. All right, that's it for now. Thanks very much for showing up again. And I don't really know how to operate this. I would think that if there's any communication, that it would show, but at this. And now that we're officially done here, thank you to all my sponsors and supporters who have donated light and love. In light and love. It is received and employed accordingly, if not amplified. And thank you for respecting my time, my space, my energy, my work, my health, and my wellness, and that of our children. So, upon closing all portals, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine, with their appropriate karmas due, helping initiate that sequence of force of rollout. Enlighten love. I close all portals. Now.